Hi, my name is Casey. I am the eldest daughter of the family of four. So, yung parents ko, they are still here. And yung mom ko nasa overseas while yung father ko with us ng brother ko who is a PWD or person with this disability. Then I remembered na kung ako kasi yung younger Casey, parang dito ko siya gustong i-educate, dito ko siya pinakagustong tulungan, and this is how I manage my finances. And yeah, as a eldest daughter of an OFW, I've been managing yung accounts ng parents ko for 2 to 3 years na since graduate ako ng college and I got my degree in nursing. So, brace yourself and learn with me. So, ang dami ko ng quick background lang, ang dami ko ng experience holding money and managing my money because since I was in elementary, I was taught to save money sa edad ko na elementary. And growing up, syempre, lumalaki yung responsibilities ko. So, lumalaki din yung nahahawakan kong money. But at the same time, ang dami ko ding mga failures na mga things na hindi na nag-work sa akin na until now sa akin. So, quick background lang. And I feel like gusto kong i-share ito kasi for sure, madami din dyan ng mga anak ng OFW na moms or na fathers nyo, tapos kayo yung pinag-manage ng money. And gusto ko kasi na turuan kayo kung paano ako naturuan. Kasi ganito tayo dito sa aking YouTube channel. And gusto ko na natututo din ako sa inyo. So, I am open for your comments down below. But please be kinder to your words. Again, we have different situations in life and ganito siya nag-work sa amin. So hopefully ganito din siya or hopefully meron kayong matututunan sa mga pagkakamali ko and sa mga things na ginagawa ko ngayon. So let's start. Parang 2 weeks ago, natawagan kasi ako ng main bank ko, which is Land Bank, kasi na-detect nila na yung account ko is tumatanggap ng malalaking money. Ibig sabihin, nagda-deposit ako doon ng mga malalaking amounts of money. And yung account ko kasi from Land Bank, savings account ko from Land Bank, it was created pa when I was in high school, senior high school, around 17 or 18 years old. And now, I am 26 years old. Again, that was my fault na hindi ko na pa-update na from student, ngayon, I am a freelancer and also I am receiving remittances. So, imagine mo na yung student sa record ng bank was 17, 18 years old, nagre-receive ng 6 digits money, nagda-deposit ng 6 figures money, tapos 16 or 17 years old lang siya. So, ganun yung point of view ng bank. While sa point of view ko naman, of course, I created that bank account ng 17 to 18 years old, student lang ako, baon ko 100 pesos, and then nilalagay ko lang doon yung barya-barya na sukli ko sa pamasahe ko, sa baon ko. So, after nun, nag-high school ako, and then nag-college, graduate. And ngayon, hinahandle ko na my finances, for personal finances, and also sa parents ko. So, ganun yung nangyari. Nung pinatawag nila ako, kina-question na nga nila na gusto na nilang i-lock yung account ko. But nakiusap kasi ako na if i-close nila yun lang yung bank na meron ako, nandun lahat. And tinanong ko kung ano bang nangyari. So ito na nga ang naging problem. Kasi ang money system ko guys, nagre-receive ako, lahat ng money ko is pag sinabing money ko, like personal money ko and also from earnings ko and also remittance ko from my mom. And dun ko nilalagay lahat sa land bank. Ang ginagawa ko from land bank with the iAccess yung app was that dinidistribute ko yung transaction sa GoTime ko. I use my GoTime whenever I want to save something for. I want to buy my MacBook, doon ako nag-iipon kasi merong folders doon and pwede kang mag-invest doon muna para nagkakaroon din ng interest. So that helped me a lot to save also for my MacBook. And then, yun yung usage ng GoTime ko. And then I have my Maribank, which is parang ano lang siya, pag may sukli lang ako, petty cash, or konting amount na kaya kong mawala, like 500 pesos, 1,000, 1,200, 200 pesos, dun ko nilalagay sa Maribank ko. Parang siyang alkansya. Kasi may, ano din dun may interest din. And with my GCash, dito lahat ng expenses when it comes sa household. Expenses, ibig ko sabihin na mga things na pwedeng bayaran through GCash. Electric bill, water bill, wifi, insurance ko, investments ko, ganun din sa mom ko. So, GCash ako. Kasi ang idea ko before, ayokong gumamit na from land bank, biglang third party. So, from my main account, transfer ko siya sa digital banks ko para yung digital banks ko, yun na lang yung marirecord sa mga payments na kailangan kong bayaran. But the problem was, and it was my fault, ang ginagawa ko per transaction siya. Kunyari, may Shopee ako today, 2,200. From my land bank, na-transfer ko siya sa GCash ko, and GCash ko, ta-transfer ko siya dun sa rider ko. And then, kapag bigla naman tomorrow, meron naman akong Shopee, ganyan. Ganun yung nangyayari. And then, kunyari, sa gas, kay Bruno, pag nag-drive ako, from my bank account to GCash, and then, to the bank. Kasi natakot ako dun sa mga modus operandi, mga links na may napipindot. Of course, kasi I want to protect my mom dahil nga sweldo niya yon, remittance niya yon, sa kanya yon. Tapos ayokong masira yung trust niya sa akin. And also alam ko na kapag may nangyari dun sa perang pinapadala niya, lost mind ko yon, and I will lose my mind kapag nangyari. Ko. So, I was questioned, lalo na ngayon, sobrang higpit ng land bank dahil siguro sa mga issues ng mga politicians, aka the businessmen here in the Philippines. Kaya naging affected ako na parang normal lang na mamayan ng Pilipinas, na anak lang ng OFW, na nagma-manage ng money, and I am doing this pa lang for 3 years. I also manages their money. My parents, yung pera ng parents ko. I am helping them build their emergency fund, pay ng mga debts nila, and also build their savings and retirement fund nila, because they are not getting any younger. They are in their 50s. So, yun yung priorities ko sa parents ko. Again, my priority for my parents is to first mabayaran nila yung mga debts nila. And then, next is magkaroon sila ng strong retirement fund. And lastly is their emergency fund. So, dun ako talaga, yun yung medyo wino-workout ko, kung paano mag-workout yun sa lahat, and paano ko yun ma-achieve. And to be honest, it is a super trial and error. And ito yung mga bagay na feeling ko ngayon, i-apply ko pa lang din siya ngayon, na feeling ko, natutunan ko for the last 2 years na hinahandle ko or minamanage ko yung money nila. So, ito na yung bago kong money system, money management, whatever you call this one. So, nilista ko lahat ng mga, of course, meron akong list ng mga debts na kailangang bayaran ng parents ko. Para alam ko, mamomonitor ko yung mga deadlines ng due dates. Ganyan. And then next, I have the list ng mga investments namin para makita ko din dito kung kailan yung due dates nila. Okay? After nun, sinulat ko here yung monthly due bills ko. Monthly due bills, ibig sabihin, kuryente, tubig, wifi, apartment, grocery, yung pamamalengke, wet market, yung gas with the car, and yung binabayaran na bills nga, since monthly to or parang 15 and 30, 15 are katapusan ng month. And then groceries and yun, investments again. Mga deadlines. Inalam ko yung mga deadlines and amounts nila. Estimated amount. Since I've been doing this for 1 year na, since nag-apartment ako and yung parents ko. So, alam ko na kung magkano yung monthly usually bills namin. So, naglagay ako ng estimated amount. And now, sinulat ko na rin dito kung magkano dapat yung cash na hawak ko. But this time, I learned the importance na dapat may hawak ka pa rin na cash. I know, wala siyang interest kasi cash siya na hawak ko. So, kapag nagkaroon ng inflation, affected yung cash na hawak ko. But then again, the importance na hawak mo na yung cash mo, aside from limiting yung mga bank transactions mo na nangyari sa akin, I also need this cause merong mga limits para hindi na din ako, yung mga kasi emergency na wala pala akong cash, sige, pay ko na lang ganito. Yung mga, anong tawag doon, yung mga bayad sa per transaction, tinignan ko kasi yung mga digital banks ko, and pag in-add up mo kasi yon, usually monthly nasa 500 din yun or less than 1,000. So, sayang din siya. So, that is the importance of holding a cash din, and also for emergency purposes, you know. Dati kasi talaga cashless ako, guys. But because of the things that happened parang 2 weeks ago, dun ko na-realize that it's so important to have at least decent amount ng cash na kaya mo na kahit wala siyang interest. And after nun, sinulat ko din dito kung how much yung ilalagay ko sa GoTime ko for transaction and also sa things na pinag-iipunan ko ngayon. Kasi I am saving up for something, and that is for my kuya and for my papa naman. And next is, sinulat ko rin dito yung magkano yung expected ko na dapat laman ng GCash ko. Lahat ng payments na kailangan through GCash, nandyan din. And also, dun sa isa kong mother bank, kung magkano yon kasi savings nga. So, yeah, that's it. And hopefully, this will work na from doing this for 2 years and strictly 1 year na. Simula nung lumipat ako dito sa apartment, ako na yung nagmamanage ng ganitong things. And ang daming trial and error, to be honest. But one thing's for sure, you know what I can suggest or what I can tell you guys is to cut out yung mga things na hindi mo gusto.